Hi, the date is July 23rd, 2026, and lately I have been struggling with self-identifying with my problems, whereas you could say I'm a loser, or you could say I have qualities that a loser would have. Not in that specific scenario, but through my videos, I have been venting and self-identifying with my problems, and it has been setting me back massively. And it took me a minute to understand because I was looking through my channel analytics, just like was a bit bored seeing what was what, and my watch time hours, my click rates are sometimes much higher, but my watch time hours are much lower on the videos where I'm talking about my problems. And I kind of phrased it in a way where I'm saying, I'm going to talk about my problems and then I'm going to talk about how to solve them, but I'm not actually solving them. And I just kind of want to vent about my stuff. So it wasn't ideal. And this is my video kind of talking about how I'm no longer going to identify with my problems. I'm no longer going to say, um, well, I'm someone with low self-worth. I'm going to say sometimes my low self-worth comes up because I think something that keeps you really stuck is when you identify with your problems. Um, but I'm also going to kind of shift the style of content I'm making because before, not completely shift the style, I'm still talking about stuff, but I'm not going to talk about my problems for the sake of wanting to vent, but not actually solving them. Because I use the excuse of I want to talk about my problems and then solve them and then talk about how I solve them. Except I make a lot of the talking about my problems videos. I don't make a lot of the how to solve them videos. And I think that I made the excuse of, you can't really trust memory. These people become successful and they think back on what made them successful and they don't really realize what it actually was. But I'm literally not even giving it a day or two to work on the issues. I'm literally right when they come up, the day they come up, I'm making a video saying like, right when I get turned down by a girl or two girls in a day that I just walked up to and asked for their number, I'm like, man, I am hopeless. I get no women. There's no hope for me. I need to make a video about how hopeless I am and how I'm going to solve it because I kind of saw that as my way of solving it, where I would make a video and then that would help me figure out how I was going to solve it, where now I'm going to kind of confront it as it is, like a normal person would. And then if I learn something or if something happens if something really specific happens that is significant to my life, then it's a good topic for a video. If I come up with a solution that I think could help a lot of people, then it's significant for a video. If I just want to talk and vent about rubbish and stuff that's going wrong, like kind of just like the average stuff, then that's not a good video. So that's kind of the kind of shift I'm making in the videos I'm making and the content I'm kind of producing. I wouldn't even really call it content at this point. It's more of just like documentation, I guess. And if there is anyone watching who has left a comment on this channel, I just want to put it out there that I have read the comments. I read all the comments. And I don't think I've ever read a comment on this channel that I didn't feel very good while reading, like, I mean, some people say there are a lot of haters on the internet, and if you want to create a channel, you have to be ready for them, but for some reason, I guess they just haven't found this channel yet, and every comment I've read has been so wholesome and really, really nice. Like, I went into this channel with the kind of mindset, I'm just going to document, not going to read any comments, because if I read the comments, they may influence my decisions. Then it's not a real good documentary, or documentation, not really documentary. But I mean, after the first few comments, and they were just the nicest things you've ever read, and I don't know. I try not to let it go to my head too much, and it's just nice to know that some people are also struggling and working through it as well. You know, it makes you feel like you're not alone. But also, I don't reply to any, or like if I was gonna like a comment, I would want to tell people what I like about them and everything, but I can't really type that out, and I can't really kind of express everything in kind of text format, so I just don't reply and don't really interact with them. But I do see them, and I do really appreciate them, and it's nice to know, like, it's nice to feel seen, you know? But definitely gotta gotta make some more friends in real life, because no matter how much support or nice things people say online, it's important to have social connection in real life too. So that's obviously something I'm gonna have to work on. But oh, look at that, I'm talking about my problems again. But no, yeah. So just shifting my content, more authentic. Maybe, I don't want to say a bit higher energy, but if I feel like I need to get a need met, like I need to talk about something and someone to hear it to get that need met, of maybe validation or something like that, I'm no longer going to turn to the channel, and gonna like find someone in real life to actually talk to, like a normal person, which will be good. Yeah. But that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. That's the end of the video.